Hello, thank you for checking out A1 Math, and today we're looking at extending geometric sequences. So let's begin. Well, it says to find the common ratio for a geometric sequence and use R to find the next three terms. So those are the two steps we're going to do. First, you're going to find the common ratio, and then we're going to use that ratio to find the next three terms. To find the common ratio, when you hear ratio, you should think fraction. And when you think fraction, you should think division. So it's similar to an arithmetic sequence when we was finding the common difference, but instead of the common difference, we're finding the common ratio. So instead of subtracting, we're going to divide. So I'm going to take the second term and divide it by the first term. So that's going to be 20 divided by 5. And when I do 20 divided by 5, I get 4. Okay, next I'm going to take 80 and divide it by 20. And when I do that, I get 4. So that means I have a common ratio. The same ratio is 4. So all I need to do is find the next three terms here. Okay, so I need that last one. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just take this ratio, the 320, I'm sorry, the common ratio, which is 4, and multiply it times 320. So I'll take 320 and multiply it times 4. And when I do that, I get 1,280. So the next term in the sequence is 1,280. All right, now I'm going to take 1,280 and multiply it by 4. And when I do that, I get 5,120. So that's the next term. All right, now for my last of my next three terms, I'm going to take the 5,120 and multiply it by 4. And that's going to get me 20,480. So again, you're going to take the common ratio by dividing consecutive terms, and then um, use that common ratio and multiply it by the each consecutive term afterwards to find the next three. Okay, let's look at another example. Okay, so again, we want to find the common ratio R for each geometric sequence and use R to find the next three terms. So in order to do that, what you want to do is the exact same thing. You want to take the second term and divide it by the one before it. So I'm going to take the -3 and divide it by 9. Okay, and when I do that, I get -1/3. The next, I'm going to take the 1 and divide it by -3. And when I do that, I get -1/3. So I have a common ratio, which means I have a geometric sequence. All right. The next thing I'm gonna do is take that ratio and I'm gonna multiply it times the last term I have here. So I'm gonna take -1/3 and multiply it by -1/3. And when I do that, I get a positive 1/9. Then I'm gonna take the positive 1/9 and multiply it by -1/3. Keep in mind, I'm gonna multiply by that same -1/3 every time. All right? And when I do that, I get a -1/27. And finally, I'm gonna take my -1/27, multiplied by -1/3, and I get a positive 1/81. Okay, so these are my three terms: 1/9, -1/27, and positive 1/81. So keep in mind, you want to find the common ratio by dividing the next term by the previous one with consecutive terms. And then take that ratio and multiply it by your last term to find your next term. But that is extending geometric sequences. I want to thank you for checking out A1 Math. Have a nice day.